Good evening, solar YouTubers. There's the star of the show. Kissies? Kissies? There we go. She didn't want to give you kissies. Today is Monday, November the 17th of 2025. And this is what we had today. No whole lot of sun. 88 watts there. Not a 107, not a whole lot of, well, let's just say that. Watch the load. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have enough to run the load. So there we go. So not a lot of producing day. It is what it is. What is the monthly? And also, this is producing. This is what I've actually used. Going 37 kilowatts there on the 9th. Well, today I produce 676 watts. So my good day was on the 4th. I produced 2 kilowatts. It's not bad with a 400 watt panel. With 400 watts up there. So that's what I did. So, and a whole lot. And then on my system 2, they got fully charged today. So I'm not worried about my system 2. That 200 watts up there is pretty awesome. But that's it, guys. So not a whole lot to go on. The battery's still, it's just being maintained at 100% in case something happens to the grid. Like I said this morning, I had a power surge. Actually, the power went down, a brownout. I'm sitting here recording, and for some reason the video just quit on me. The app, my camera app just quit. And so when I was getting the fire back up, that's when my kitchen light flickered real low. You hear it kick off, the VVOR. You hear the grid kick off, and that's when it started running on the battery. At that time, the refrigerator was running. So there was no, I don't think there was any delay there. I haven't tested that delay. Hobotech, love that channel. Love that channel. He does the UPS test where he has a laptop, an old laptop, fired up to the whatever. He's more like power stations, because the EB3A is a UPS too. So what that does is you're running off your grid. In case the grid shuts off, then the power supply or the inverter with the battery will kick in. And so with a lot of electronics, that has to be within milliseconds. I mean, just bam, off and on. And I haven't tried that on that VVOR. Yes, she is. Matter of fact, there's nobody. Well, there's one other person. I think he's from Ireland. His accent. He has a VVOR and he shows using it, but not like I have. I don't think there's anybody else. To be quite honest with you, I am really impressed with this unit. Really cheap, $258, and it's done great. So I can't complain. I was looking at the SunGo Gold. About $600. EG4, they're nice ones, XP series, but you're talking 1,500, 1,200, 1,500 plus. I don't have that big of a system I'm running, so I just used the VVOR. This is a 3,000 watt inverter. I just used it to get my teeth cut, just to get into the hybrid all-in-one. Now this system here does not, I cannot sew back to the grid. it is connected to the grid right down there with that plug. And so right now it's on the pretty much the UPS mode. So anything that needs to be ran, it's running off the grid. But I got it hooked up a way so that the inverter, because what this is, it's a solar charge controller, it's a inverter, and a battery charger all in one. So when it comes to operating the inverter, it's first solar. Okay, so when my fridge is on, if it's in the afternoon and the sun is out, the fridge will run off the solar first. Okay, then it will run off the battery second. Then if those two loads ain't good enough, those two supplies are not good enough, then it kick in on the grid. Okay, now here in the wintertime, I don't get a whole lot of sun, on about 3 sun hours a day, and I'm only bringing in 400 watts. So it's not 400 total. It's just I bring in about 350. I've run in 400, a little over 400 a couple times, but not a whole lot. So I'm around about 350 on a good day, 375. So here in the wintertime, I just don't have enough solar to charge up my batteries. And then at least once a day, the grid charges up the batteries, and that's 1,000 watts it uses, and it does it for about 4 hours. So right now, it's literally costing me more. Sorry about the focus, guys. It's costing me more to charge my batteries than I'm actually saving. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I have it off the grid first. I mean, it's the sun first. Then when if it's not producing anything, they will come off the grid to make up the difference. And then if something happens where my grid is shut down, then it will run off the batteries. That's how I have it for the winter months. I just got to save money to get I need about, I don't know. So a good $4,000 to bring in about 3,000 watts. I need about 6 panels at 500 watts a piece, or I can do 6 panels at 400. I need at least about 7. I need 2,000 watts to come in to charge these batteries from 0 to 100 in 3 hours. Okay, and so I'm looking at about, for the solar panels, it's not bad. It's like $2,500, $2,500 for the solar panels that I need 400, 500 watt. But you gotta have the bracket system, and I cannot secure the bracket to the roof. The landlord doesn't want it, and that's fine. So I have to hold my brackets down on the roof. I got these rubber mats here. They're pretty nice. These are Menard mats from Menards, and they're thick. I mean, they're really nice, really thick. So I literally have my brackets sitting on these, and then on my brackets itself, I have some sandbags on them. I have a couple of buckets, real heavy buckets sitting on them. So they're pretty good. I mean, if a good wind comes along, I mean, like 80, 90 miles an hour, maybe. But if we get a gust around, 30, 40, 50, somewhere in there, it's not going to bother it. And right now they're sitting at 42 degree angle, 43 degree angle. The actual panels are sitting at 35 degree angle, but I got them on the roof. The piece of the roof I have them on is kind of slanted. It's about a 7 degree slant. So I'm sitting about 42 degrees. So that's what I'm doing today. Feeling pretty good from my wreck. My knees don't hurt when I move them, but they hurt when I touch them or try to get on my knees, especially my left one. My sternum still hurts pretty good. I mean, especially when I'm laying down. Saturn likes to be held, so she puts her feet there on my sternum, and when I sleep too, so it's still pretty tender. But I was in the wreck here about 3 weeks ago. If people don't know, and I screwed a Jeep up pretty good, and I'm still. I don't know if I want to. I'll put a lot of time and effort into that bad boy. A new back hatch, a new driver's door, a new driver's fender, new bumper, new front clip, new grill. That's a new hood. When I say new, I mean I found a Jeep at the junkyard, black Jeep at the junkyard. It was a mint condition. I don't know why the person junked it. It was mint condition. The floorboards looked mint. I mean, they were shiny. Not now, but I mean, it looked like a Jeep that never ever seen rain or water. It was a beautiful Jeep. It threw a rod. The rod broke, so it didn't go through the engine block, but it was just a rod broke. Somebody took the head off, and I was there and found out one of the pistons, the rod broke, and they junked the whole Jeep for the rod. I'm like, I don't understand. So the hatch is sitting there. So I literally have, I have the passenger fender that I need. I have the, what is that there? That's the passenger driver's door. I still have, my door's fine. It just isn't in better shape. And then I have the two back doors sitting there. So I got stuff to make it run. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. So, all right, guys, I love to talk about my Jeep, but I really don't know if I want to fix it or not. I just don't, I mentally don't have the time to mess with it. But I am going to get it running. I need to get the radiator back in it because it was broke. And then I need, so it's a radiator, power steering pump, and a bracket. And I think that's it. And a fan. The fan's all busted up. So besides all that, it can run. All right, guys, you have a good night, and I would see you tomorrow night because I'm not going to do one. I'm doing one video a day now because it's just getting dark, and I'm not running this off of solar, so I'm not going to show you that struggle. All right, guys, you have a great night.